There is one moment on the California coast that stops every single person who sees it for the first time. It is the moment the Russian River, after traveling 40 miles through redwood canyons and wine country, finally reaches the Pacific Ocean, right here, at a tiny coastal village called Jenner. And if you have never stood at this exact spot and watched these two bodies of water find each other, that is reason enough to watch this video. I'm Jennifer Klein, your local real estate advisor in Sonoma County, and Jenner is one of the most extraordinary places I've ever had the privilege of calling my corner of the world. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the thing about Jenner that nobody tells you until you get here. This is not a town that was built for tourism. It was not designed, developed, or branded into what it is. Jenner grew up as a fishing town and logging community at the edge of the continent, and it has stayed almost exactly itself ever since. The population is around 130 people. 130 people on the California coast, 90 miles from San Francisco, 30 miles from Santa Rosa, and down on that sandbar right now, harbor seals are hauling out. They do this every single day. Spring through summer, mothers raise their pups right here on Goat Rock Beach, while kayakers drift through the estuary and ospreys circle overhead. It's one of the most alive wildlife scenes on the entire California coast, and it happens quietly every day, whether anyone is watching or not. This is the place that has never tried to be anything other than what it is, and that is exactly what makes it so extraordinary. In every direction you turn around Jenner, the landscape is doing something to you. Above the river mouth, the Jenner Headlands Preserve covers 5,630 acres of coastal prairie oak, woodland, and redwood forest, rising straight up from the sea level with trails that open to views stretching endlessly over the Pacific. 14 miles of paths, almost no one on them. To the south, Sonoma Coast State Park runs for 17 miles. Goat Rock Beach, Blind Beach, Shell Beach, Wrights Beach, hidden coves, tide pools, rocky headlands. The Cordum Trail connects them all along the bluff top. It is the kind of walk that rearranges your priorities. 11 miles north on Highway 1, Fort Ross State Historic Park sits on the cliffs, a 19th century Russian colonial outpost, one of California's most historically significant sites, with whale watching from the headlands during migration season. Every season here has its own character. Spring brings harbor seal pups on the sand spit and gray whales passing offshore on their own northward migration. Summer mornings arrive in fog, and that burns off into clear, bright afternoons. Fall delivers clean ocean swells and golden coastal light. Winter is for storm watching from the wild headlands, dramatic, elemental, and absolutely unforgettable. This is a landscape that slows you down, opens something up, and makes you wonder why you ever thought you needed to live anywhere else. The dining scene in Jenner is small, and it's seriously good. Start your morning at Cafe Aquatica, coffee, fresh baked goods, a deck right over the Russian River, and live music on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Right next door is a new general store coming soon by the owners of Cafe Aquatica, so get excited. For dinner, River's End Restaurant sits on a bluff directly above the river mouth, with views straight out over the Pacific. It has been on the bluff since 1927. Originally built for loggers and fishermen, today is one of the most celebrated coastal restaurants in all of Northern California. Locally sourced seafood, regional wines, craft cocktails, the kind of meal you are still talking about on the drive home. It's one of my favorites. Up the coast at Timber Cove Resort, Coast Kitchen serves California coastal cuisine in a dining room with floor-to-ceiling windows looking over the ocean cliffs. Every meal in Jenner comes with a view worth lingering over. That is not a coincidence. That is just what this place does. Now let me speak to the part of you that came here wondering what it would actually feel like to own here. Jenner is one of the most intimate real estate markets on Sonoma Coast. Homes do not come available often, and when they do, they move, because the people who find something here tend to hold on to it for a very long time. What you will find ranges from coastal cottages perched above the river mouth with sweeping water views to custom homes built on the surrounding hills, offering total privacy and dramatic ocean vistas. Some were designed by architects Others were built by longtime residents who simply wanted to live close to this coastline as they could possibly get. And for buyers thinking about rental income, in a destination this sought after, that conversation has real merit. But here's what I want you to sit with. Jenner is 90 miles from San Francisco, 30 miles from Santa Rosa and Sebastopol. It sits inside one of the most celebrated wine regions on Earth and some of the most extraordinary public land in California. And it has stayed exactly what it is for generations because the people who love it choose to protect it. That kind of place does not come along very often, and it does not stay available forever. The Russian River travels 40 miles to get here, and every time it arrives, right at this spot, something remarkable happens. Two waters meet, the seals rest on the sand, and the fog comes in soft off the Pacific, and the world gets very, very quiet. That is Jenner. If this place is speaking to you, I want to be the person you call. I'm Jennifer Klein. I work all across Sonoma County, and the coast is a place I love deeply. Whether you are looking for a full-time home, a weekend retreat, or an investment in one of the most compelling and enduring parts of Northern California, let's have that conversation. The link is right below, and subscribe because this county has so much more to show you.